Yeah, good 132. I like your comments there on the water and everything there. Dr. Oswell C. Brian Adams called me over the weekend and he asked me if I knew Deepak, and I said I didn't have it. He left a message on my machine, and I've never met Deepak, but he said, I want you to meet this guy. Well, I don't mind meeting anyone. I tell you this, we have the answers to health and wellness, and don't you forget it, guys. You know, don't get pulled apart for a machine over here or the QXI thing over there, or all these things that diagnose and treat. A lot of chiropractors fell into that. Not only are they costly, but you have to realize that you have to physically, and someone made a comment about Louise Hayes and the positive thinking, and that cures all disease. No, it doesn't. This lady finally had to go get herself healthy, even though the positive force helped her. But still, there's different laws on each of your bodies has on each plane. There's physical laws. To me, you kind of have to follow those laws to experience total wellness. You know, you can ignore them for sure. Sustainably green. Let me see. You said something here. What's it hard to some people getting it about keeping it? I don't know. You know what? Yeah, you can't circumvent reality. You know, that's the thing. We can't take something as a treatable kind of consciousness and think that's going to remedy the problems. Our problems are so much more deeper than that in terms of look at the work you guys are putting into this. Look at the self-discipline and the work you're putting into this. And it's a joyous work. It's a fun work. I was at the grocery store this morning, bought 2 watermelons, both horrible. I'm sitting there, the bananas were all green, the organics were all green. I'm sitting there and I'm starving for something. The grapes were okay. I mean, it was like no food. So it's like, it's a sad thing that we have to put up with that. I see, Kelly, you tried that Adya Clarity, is that what they call that? I'm familiar with the clays and the volcanic stuff. I didn't know they called it this, but you didn't have any effect. You know what, again, I just don't bring inorganic material into the body as less as I can help it. I think that we're higher spiritual beings. Our body needs to get up out of the dirt. Remember the 256-year-old Chinese man, 256 years old, that said he eats nothing that grows below the ground? So that's interesting. And the higher off the ground you eat, the healthier you'll be. I mean, those are all good things. We have to restore the health of the people. That's all there is to it. And get away from this. I mean, roll up our sleeves and everybody change your diet. You got to eat your health, you know. But it's more problematic than that. A lot of you are eating right, but you see the problems are much deeper, and that's where our little friends, the herbs, come in. And once you guys get used to them, you can buy them and play with them and taste them and tea them and do whatever you want. You know, that's the whole fun. I think botanicals are the fun place to be. I think they're the in place to be in the future. If we're not, if the power and control, if we have the ability to overcome that, because that's to be the fun place. And everybody should be inspired to enjoy the world of botanicals. 132 you're right, better use fruits and herbs. Ripe fruits have the best water in them anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's the best water you want is fruits and vegetables. That's the best water there is. Distilled, cleaned, full of nutrients. Not distilled, but full of nutrients, full of power, you know, magnetized the right way. So, yeah, people eat raw and you're not going to be that thirsty. So thanks for all the comments, guys. I apologize that one of our people had to take off so bad, from what I understand. Chris hasn't let me read it yet. But I've got so much here to go over with you, and I'll do that. Let me see, about pH and arguments. Just took a look at mainstream travel on acids and cancer search. Facts, acids, chemotherapy. The argument against pursuing a good acid-alkaline balance is so twisted according to that medical community that only a truly yeah. Oh man, you hit it right on, bro. I tell you what, it's a twisted tale of unconsciousness. And I think just like you guys, you keep it simple. You don't try to get intellectual, because God knows we don't have the brain power, because we don't have the mind doesn't have a bigger overview than it has now. We're still coming out of dark agey stuff. So the mind here at this level on this planet is just not matured very much. And so it is confused, and it's getting more confused. And it's getting so confused that it's part of the problem and the destruction of itself and of the people. So I like looking that up. You have to understand there's only two sides of chemistry logically. And it is true that alkalis can burn, but we don't get up to there. We're arguing about this 9.5. 9.5 is pretty high, believe it or not. And it's the same thing. A little acid, say, of 6 is not going to bother you, but an acid of 3 will rip you apart. And that's kind of that same thing. Base chemistry of 8 is going to be good and healthy. 8.5, you start getting 9.5, you can start causing alkalosis. So you got to be careful about that, too, because it works on both sides, It's just that we're working predominantly in the acid side, really. When we're looking at this, it's hard to eat food that's just all alkaline, because all food does have its acid factors. The nitrogen in the food, the amino acids, in other words, the irons, the phosphoruses, all these elements, of course, are going to be acidic. So all foods have acid factors in them. It's just you want them to dominate in the base side, because that's the side that predominates the health side of life. But you need acid. Estrogen is essential. Testosterone is essential. But always progesterone is a good buffer. So good work, monkeys, demons. You have to tell me someday what that means, man. Yoga shot. I love you too, sweetheart. I've had hypoglycemia, better sense on the raw food diet. I want to get some of your... Well, again, that's going to be your adrenal glands, honey. And you have to bring those up, cortisol controls sugar metabolism. It doesn't matter what your blood level shows. I've seen people's blood levels show normal, and they have low cortisol levels. You can tell by their symptoms. So I don't put much faith too much in some of these diagnostic things. Like blood. I'm a biochemist, so I play with blood, but I look at all these factors. I've been to a lot of blood chemistry seminars in my life. Different people have different ideas of how you determine this. I don't know. A lot of biochemist thinkers out there. Yeah, I like this 303. I like what you said about 132. I know, you said 1, 2, 3. I see where you got that mixed up, but you have to be the experience. You have to ride that experience yourself. That's why I'm intriguing you guys to strap on the robe or get on the horse and take off, because you got to ride it. Your opinions are okay after you ride it and you get deep into it, and we can talk then. Hard to talk to someone about these factors that haven't rid the ride or rode the ride. It's kind of hard to talk to them about it, because their opinions are coming from intellectualism, which has intellectualism right now is pretty much at an all-time low. So really we have to supersede intellectualism or the mind with consciousness. Far better and a more broader point of view, I might say. And so definitely have to do that. So I love talking to people that have experience and that has ridden the ride and can talk from their experiences, because that's really where good converse comes from, is one's personal experiences. And so you guys are doing fantastic here, just amazing. Oh, and you've had 2 visits with my deceased mama. Great, because for years. Well, they hang around sometimes, and listen, it's all in where you look, so pretty good. Oh, I look good in blue. I didn't wear blue today. Thanks, 303, and thank you guys so much. I'll go through these, and tomorrow I'll get in here early. And same thing, CSTAHL. I appreciate your comments, all of you guys. I love you guys a bunch. I'll get through these tonight and go through them, and then tomorrow I'll kind of go a little faster. I wanted to kind of go over this water thing because I'm familiar with the lady that did some ripping there, and that was unnecessary. It's true that if you have good luck with something, that's good, but yeah, but at the same time, you want to be smart because something down the road, it could have a problem with you down the road and cause problems you don't want to deal with. So it's good to be balanced. And so anyway, I'll see you all later, and maybe I can record today if someone doesn't show up. But thanks a lot again for viewing the videos. We appreciate it. Thanks for all your lovely comments. Love you all now. Bye-bye.